welcome to the review nobody asked for. After you watch your favorite reviewer who actually hates everything, you come here to listen to my honest thoughts on the latest movies and shows releasing. Today, we're going to tackle Agatha All Along. Now, as of late, I think I have a pretty good grasp to figure out whether or not a Disney show, albeit Star Wars or Marvel, is good by listening to my internet feed now. If it's super loud with negativity, the show sucks. If it's silent, it's good. I have been always in the camp of what is this show even for? And I also have to admit, I usually give Marvel a bigger margin of error. For example, I didn't hate She-Hulk. Wait, don't leave, don't leave, hold on. Don't leave, wait, don't leave. I need the views, wait. I didn't love it. It's not my favorite show. I just feel like I understood what they were going for. And I say that to say this about Agatha All Along. It's going for something specific as well. It's targeting a certain audience. Mainly people who are into witch stuff. You got your spells, flying sticks, hexes, potions, rules that they have to follow, all that kind of thing. You know, witch vibes. Side note, I also feel like modern witches, not like your ugly green skinned witches, but the modern ones, they kind of act like drag queens. You don't believe me? Go back and watch Hocus Pocus. They're basically just drag queens. Sisters! So if you're into all the witch stuff, you're going to enjoy the show. If you don't care, well, you probably won't. And if you're neutral about it like I am, I think there's still enough here to keep you entertained. The show definitely starts off weird and you have no clue as to what the hell is going on. And it doesn't truly get interesting until halfway the first episode, where just shit hits the fan and everything starts to go down. But before we get into it, of course, this is a conversation. So head down in the comments, let me know if you loved it, if you hate it, what were your thoughts on Agatha All Along? And while down there, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. So the point of the show is that Agatha Harkness is freed by this teen who then sets out to form a coven with her to take on the witch's road trials to try and get her powers back. But we don't really know who this teen is, and that dynamic really adds a bit of a mystery to the show. But most of the show is revolving around these trials, all up until the last 3 episodes where the mystery starts to unravel. Agatha also has the Salem 7 after her, which provide a bit of a creepiness. They provide the sense of chase and a little bit of danger. I really did feel like the Salem 7 were a bit underutilized though, because I didn't find the show particularly scary enough, but I did like the Salem 7. The little bit of creepiness is provided by them, and I just wanted more because I found them to be kind of cool and interesting. During each trials, when we get the different outfit changes to fit the trials themes, similar to WandaVision, and I actually like that. It feels like there's some consistency there. It's like anytime there's an outfit change, it has something to do with magic. So that's something we have to keep an eye on moving forward, I feel like. Of course, this is a Disney Marvel show, so the dialogue is exactly what you expect it would be. It feels fake at times. I know it's a show about witches with superpowers, but the job of the show is to make us believe that this stuff is real. If not, what's the point? And the dialogue doesn't do a very good job of that, and it was taking me out a lot of the times. For example, Gucci Gucci Goo was said at one point. I think it just didn't work like they intended it to. It didn't feel natural for that situation. I think the worst part of the show really is the dialogue, because it really takes you out sometimes. Especially when it comes to the main characters of any show, not just this show, because even from the movies, they all talk the same. And I don't understand why. They use the same formula for everything, and I don't get it. It's like everyone has to be a smartass. Everybody's sarcastic. Everybody has to drop a joke. Did some jokes get me? Yes, I chuckled at a few. But it's like they each have a personality trait that defines them, but it's all shown through the same jokey, sarcastic tone. That's like a must in Marvel stuff now. And I don't understand why. Why can't they just talk with their personality? Why do they have to all sound the same? There's no color through the dialogue. Throughout the whole MCU, it just feels like the same character is talking to himself. I truly don't get it. It's just different levels of sarcasm, different levels of the same thing. And that's really my biggest issue with the MCU. Agatha is just a giant sarcastic prick all the time, which can be fine, but I just wish that they played more with her intentions, just to keep us guessing and keep us on our toes most of the time. Use that character's traits a bit more in the dialogue. Make them feel more like people instead of a formula, because she's the main character of the show, right? But the last time we saw her, she was evil. They have to do a good job and to find a way to make us as the viewers to root for her. Make us be on her side. Then, when we least suspect it, you switch it on us. You play with our emotions as the audience even more. Instead, in that regard, the show falls flat in terms of character development, but that's just the MCU as a whole. That's been a problem for a long time now. Because the cast is really good. I enjoyed Aubrey Plaza. Of course, Patti LuPone is great, but my MVP was Miss Kitty Foreman and Deborah Jo Rupp. She had me giggling. I love her. I guess she just felt a bit different than the rest to me. She kind of basically played Kitty Foreman, if I'm honest, but she felt the most real out of everybody, and that's why I liked her the most. I think there's about 3 fights, if my memory serves me correctly, throughout the whole show. It's very basic, like rawr, and people go flying and crash into things. The CGI is not bad that's used for that, but it's just not that kind of show. You're not going to see a bunch of massive battles. The show's not really about that. It's more about the drama, the secrets that we're uncovering along the journey, and the show just becomes more clear and clear as the show gets along, and with the revelations, the show itself starts to get better, I feel like. I feel like it really gripped me towards episode 7. That feels like a lot, but along the way, the episodes didn't feel like chores. It was gripping me a little bit more and more as the show was going along, because the trials are interesting. You want to see what lies next. Plus, the mystery that lies behind the boy is also kind of interesting, and I will say, I guess it does pay off. I must warn you, if you haven't heard it by now, there is a very catchy song that you will be singing while you're in the shower.
Down, down, down the road, down the witch's road.
It's like it puts a spell on you or something. But it's better than whatever the hell they did in The Acolyte, so it gets a pass. So is it good? I would say, yeah, it's okay. I do feel like it's targeted for a specific audience. I feel like that audience is going to love it. That audience is going to feel like it's the best Marvel show. But I also feel like if you let it, it can entertain you. I don't feel like it was a giant waste of time. In the spectrum for me of Disney shows, I feel like it's somewhere in the middle. It's not WandaVision and the last season of Loki, and it's also not Secret Invasion. It's in the middle. Does it affect the MCU overall? A little bit. I feel like most Marvel shows can be broken down to like a single sentence that will let the person who skipped the show fully understand what happened. So if you do decide to skip Agatha all along, I don't feel like you will be completely lost going forward. I am curious as to how they will use what was left at the conclusion, if they do decide to use it at all. I feel like it could be more used in the upcoming Vision show. Isn't there a Vision show? I think that stuff could be used there. But did it excite me for the Marvel future? Not really. It's fun at times. I didn't feel like it was a giant waste of time, but it ultimately did not cure me of my feeling of concern for the MCU as a whole.